Right, so we're going to have a really quick look at my blocks, the my blocks section. Okay, you can do a lot of things with my blocks. They're like what we call a function in sort of text programming, in that we can give it a name and then we can say what inputs we want and we can use those inputs elsewhere. Okay, so I'm going to start by clicking my blocks. I'm going to click on make a block and I give the block a name. So this one I'm going to make is how this cat moves. Okay, and what happens when the movement arrow happens? So I'm going to say movement. Now I am going to also give it an input. You can add a Boolean input. I'm going to add an input. Okay, and I'm going to call my input length. Okay, so that's going to be the length of movement. Okay, so whatever I put in my number, it will use that value. Okay, so what I do is I get two blocks. I get a define block where I can define my whole list of instructions to run when my movement block runs, and I also have a number in there to change it. So I'm going to say when I press, say, the right arrow, what I want this to do. So when I get it to move, I want it to go forward 10 steps. I want it to change to the next costume. I want it to say meow until it's done, and then I want it to wait a very short period of time, let's say 0.5 seconds. Okay, so now I've defined that as my movement, okay, with a length in there. Now rather than saying move 10 steps, I'm going to drag length in. I'm going to move length steps. Okay, so on this one here, whatever number I put in there, it will put in the word length, and I will pull that length into here. So I'm going to say when I click, for instance, the right arrow, okay, I want the movement to be 10. Okay, now when I click right arrow, it runs that code and it moves 10. If I was to change that to 100, you can see it jumps a lot further forward. Okay, so this is my movement. Now I'm going to keep holding it down. And obviously it will keep repeating. Now I could also say, when I hold the left arrow, I want my movement to be -10. So this time it's going to take that -10, pop it in the length, and wherever a length appears on here, it will put the number -10 in. So now if I press the backwards, you can see I'm going backwards. Again, I can hold it down, and it will repeat. Okay, so from a basic point of view, that is how you define your own blocks, and you run those blocks with a little bit, and I've also added in a little bit of an input as well.